Amusement Park Portal, and welcome to our latest news episode here on YouTube. We've got some news for you this week, but first we're going to start out with Cedar Point opening day 2025 and what we know so far. Now the park opens in just what? Oh my gosh, from the filming of this, roughly 90 days, 91 days from now. This off season's going by pretty quick. I can't believe it. I mean, wow. I can't wait to get back on a coaster again. Anyway, Cedar Point hasn't released all the information yet regarding 2025, but they have released a lot. And here's what we know so far. Special events this year, we've noticed it's pretty much the same as last year. It's missing a few things that it had a couple years back, but looks like they're playing it safe and going with what way they went with last year, though. We're going to start things off here with Winter Chill Out. Is coming up real soon here in just about 4 weeks. February 22nd is Winter Chill Out. That's a great event. If you've never been to that event, if you're able to get tickets are hard to come by for this event. I highly recommend checking it out. You get to lift up the hood of the park and look under there and see what it takes during the off season for them to prepare for the upcoming season. And you learn a lot. You get to visit the maintenance shop and sign shop and a lot of other areas that you would never have access to as the general public. So this year's event is sold out. So unless you know somebody with tickets that wants to sell them, you're not going this year. But there's always next year. Next event they have is opening day, which is coming up May 3rd is opening day this year. Always look forward to that. It's always an interesting visit to the park. You know, the crews are still kind of learning their positions and that, so it's interesting. A lot of fun. Then we got Coaster Mania is returning on June 6th this year. Now, it used to be you had to belong to a coaster club in order to attend this event, but now, unless they're changing it again this year, I haven't seen that they are, but it's open up to the public. Like I said, it was at one time it was for coaster enthusiasts only. You had to belong to a certain coaster club. They had a list of clubs that would get you admission into this event, but it seems they took that away, and now anybody can buy tickets for this. It's basically, you get a nice lunch in. You get a lot of ERT, which stands for exclusive ride time, meaning that before the park opens to the public and after the park's closed to the public, they open up select rides for you to get a ride on. And typically the lines are a lot shorter during the event, so you can power ride your favorite ride, for that event. And they sometimes do some behind-the-scenes tours. They do a Q&A, that type of deal. Sometimes they'll have some guest speakers in there. But that's always an interesting event. And we have Light Up the Point, July 4th and 5th, which is 4th of July. That'll be the park's fireworks. They normally set them off on the beach, kind of over there behind Gatekeeper on the beach. So if you're wanting to watch, I know they have a lot of special events going on at that time. You can purchase an additional ticket, which will get you preferred seating on the beach, and they've had like light meals and drinks and stuff available out there for that event. But if you don't want to get a ticket, you can watch it from, I recommend like the boardwalk of the park is the best place, or even out on the beach is a great place to watch it too, or from the parking lot. Those are all great places to watch the fireworks from. Again, that's July 4th and 5th, so you got 2 days this year of fireworks. Then, speaking of Boardwalk, we have Boardwalk Nights coming up July 18th through August 17th. So if any of you have been to this event this past summer, it was great. It was a lot of entertainment there, a lot of performers, music. They had some really light fireworks kind of going off there. They had a parade. The parade floats were all out there, and they had like a song and dance routine going on there. They had a couple circus performers out there. They had like a high dive. They had one of those, I don't know what you call it, the big wheels that spin and they're walking around on the wheel. They had one of those, and then they had a bunch of other performers as well. Excellent event. They went all out with that event, did a great job. I'm looking forward to Boardwalk nights this year. Like I said, July 18th through the 17th. And last but not least, we have Hollow Weekends to wrap up events for the year. Now, Hollow Weekends is going to run September 11th through November 1st this year. I like how they're going into November again this year. It's just the Saturday, I believe. I don't have a calendar in front of me, but just the Saturday is the 5th. Like last year, they're not open on that Sunday, but they are open the Saturday, the first Saturday of the month, which was kind of interesting to me. Why not be open for half a day on Sunday too, since you already got people there? But not complaining nonetheless. And this is what we know as of the recording of this video. Okay, so I mean, there's lots of questions about the 2025 season yet, but I'm just telling you what we know as of now. As far as shows have not been announced yet as of now, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're going to be real similar to last year. Now, next year you may see some new shows once the new budget and the transition between the merger kind of the dust settles. I think we're going to see some more shows next year, but you're going to see a lot of the same shows this year that you did see last year. The only caveat being the main stage in the middle of the park. We don't know what's going on with that yet. Are they going to rebuild it somewhere else in the park? Are they going to put up a temporary stage somewhere to hold them this year until they figure out what they're going to do? Nobody knows as of yet. Now, the main stage used to be located right there in front of Iron Dragon, but to make room for Siren's Curse, they had to take that out because that area was already a bottleneck as it was. So Siren's Curse would have even made it worse. So they rightfully took out that stage, and hopefully they move it to somewhere else. But it'll be really curious to see what they do with those shows that they had on that stage, because not only during Halloween weekends did they have a bunch of shows, but during the summer as well, they had a lot of entertainment on that stage. So it would be a shame to lose all that entertainment. So only time will tell. Now, another thing about that, not really major news, but they are redoing the bathroom in that area as well. Right there by the train station where you get off the train and there's that bathrooms right there to your right. They're totally redoing those this off season, so that's awesome. So things to watch for this summer. Wow. Of course, the area of the park with the most notable changes will be the end of the Frontier Trail, where Frontier Fling and Snake River Falls used to reside. Well, as we know, those are both gone. So there's going to be a big void right there now. And then, of course, they're emptying off the island, too. We had the playground just got removed a few weeks back. That was on there, and I know there's some demo crews doing some work out there now. Like I mentioned to you about a year or two ago in the rumor mill, that the rumor was they're going to clear off that island, and it was going to become a whole new area of the park, and they're going to connect. You'll be able to go from like the Gemini Midway, cut through to the Frontier Trail without having to walk all the way around. Well, it looks like that's a strong possibility now. There's a lot of rumors of wooden coaster coming in, and of course I know log flume. Everybody wants a log flume and a dark ride. So there's lots of options to choose from. What would you like to see on that island? If you had the pocketbook for Cedar Point, open pocketbook, and you could put whatever you wanted on that island, let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see on that island. I would like to see a whole new land, maybe a wooden coaster, traditional wooden coaster, something along the lines of Mystic Timbers, but maybe a little longer, and a log flume and a dark ride. I'd like to see all those things. Or you could combine a log flume and a dark ride together and make some kind of cool ride out of that. That would be pretty cool. So keep your eyes on that area of the park this year. Another thing too to look forward to is the Happy Friar is getting redone in the back of the park as well in the Gemini Midway. They're expanding that location, and which is good because every time you walk by there, there's pretty much a long line. They had 2 or 3 windows open, and all 3 windows, the lines were backed up. So hopefully they make it easier for people, quicker, maybe like cafe style, like they've been doing recently with all their newer restaurants may work. But Happy Fire, it's a staple of the park. It's been there for a long time, and I'm glad to see that they're not giving up on it. That they are investing some money into it to make it better for their guests. That's great. One question I have: see if we notice a difference this year of the crowds. Now that the merger is complete, there's a lot more people out there that now have a pass to get into Cedar Point. You got all these Six Flags parks where these people had Six Flags memberships, and now they can add these Cedar Fair or Legacy parks on there, and so they're able to visit Cedar Point. I mean, is that going to bring in like a lot of crowds? We did notice a difference when the Gold Pass was released, the $99 Gold Pass. Crowds seemed to bump crowds up. So we'll see what happens with this all park pass that they got going on. And it could be the opposite effect. We could lose people that had Cedar Fair passes and had the all park add-on now may go visit some parks they've never been to that belonged in the Legacy Six Flags chain there. So who knows? I mean, anything could happen. It could either go either way, or it could just not do anything. It could stay the same. Let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen with the crowds this year. All right. That's what we got for Cedar Point's opening this year, 2025. I mentioned Winter Chill Out a little earlier. Typically during Winter Chill Out, they spill some more secrets. Usually nothing too major. It's usually about like a new restaurant or a new sign for this or that, or some work that they've done in the off season to improve some, little announcements like that. So I'm sure at their Winter Chill Out, we'll have more information to add to this. But again, at the time of filming, this is what we know as of now. So we're going to get on to the news here. Starting with, the biggest news of the week, King's Dominion canceling their Winterfest event. This kind of comes as a surprise to me. I've heard that the crowds have been pretty heavy there for their Winterfest event, and it was pretty successful. Then I had somebody else tell me, no, it was a ghost town. So I don't know what to believe, but I've had a couple people tell me it was pretty busy and it was brought in a decent crowd. So if that's the case, I'm perplexed why they're not going forward with it. But I mean, if it was a ghost town, I guess I understand. But they're in close proximity to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. I think it's like an hour away from there. Excuse me. And they put on a heck of a Christmas event, and that could be the case that their event just blows King's Dominions out of the water. I don't know. I've never been to either of the events. We almost made it last year to King's Dominions, but got sidetracked. But that's unfortunate. I know a lot of people that work that event that are going to be bummed out, and a lot of people that visit the event too are going to be bummed out. From what I've seen, the videos and pictures I've seen, it looks like they do a wonderful job. It looked real similar to Kings Island's Winterfest, if you've ever been to theirs, which it's just a great event. And I know Kings Island brings in the crowds. We visited there this year. You can check out our video that we did on our YouTube channel here. Next up, Six Flags Over Georgia changes the name and the theme of the yet-to-open Georgia Surfer to the Georgia Gold Rusher. This one's interesting because if I remember correctly, this coaster got delayed for whatever reason. It never ended up opening last year. And I think they also held a contest to name the ride the Georgia Surfer, didn't they? Correct me if I'm wrong. But if they held a contest to name it, I don't know why they're changing it. But I kind of understand why they want to name it Georgia Gold Rusher, because that area of the park isn't, I believe that's in the Lick Skillet part of the park. So it would kind of fit in with the theme there a little better than Georgia Surfer. But what is it with this park? It has to have Georgia in the name of all the coasters. So I thought that kind of funny, but nonetheless interesting. I do like the new theme. I don't know what theming elements, if any, are going to be included in it, but they are repainting it. You can see here in the picture what they're repainting it to. But yeah, interesting news about that. A little further south, we've or actually north. Or wait, actually that would be east, wouldn't it? Yeah, east of Six Flags Over Georgia. At Dollywood, a lot of rumors coming out of Dollywood, including the rumor that big indoor attraction is coming soon. I assume it would open up, I think the land clearing that I'm hearing about is over in the Wildwood Grove section of the park. I haven't been there recently to see for myself, but that's what I hear. And if so, this could be pretty big. There was an interview, I can't remember where I watched it recently, where the president of the park gave an interview and said that he can't give any details out yet, but look for things that you haven't seen anywhere else. So that's all we really know as of now, but other than it's going to be big. So always look forward to Dollywood's new attractions. They always do a great job with theirs. All right, now I know we're going further north into Pennsylvania at Kennywood Park. We have a bunch of yellow supports showing up, which one can only assume it's for steel curtain. They've been doing some work all off season. Matter of fact, they started before the season ended doing work to steel curtain to get it back up and running again. Steel curtain, they've had a lot of issues with it since it's opened, and it's pretty much been down more than it's been up. So hopefully this fix, whatever they're doing to it to beef up the structure, works. I've been there probably 5 times since that ride's open, and I've yet to ride it. And it looks like a hell of a coaster. It looks like a blast. I'm really bummed. And I'm sure the park is too. Can't be good for them. So hopefully with these new supports that we see showing up outside, that yeah, it's good news and it works. I'll book my ticket to get back to that park as soon as they do. But yeah. All right, back down in Florida, Disney is turning the former Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser Resort into office space for Disney Engineering. Say that 10 times real quick. That's interesting to me. I mean, you would assume they have all the office space they need around that area. I mean, they own so much land and so many buildings. Now the resort, failed resort, you may know about it. It was the all-inclusive resort. It really, there's no windows on the rooms. It's supposed to simulate you're inside of a Star Wars Star Cruiser, and there's live actors in there, and it's a whole thing. But however, the price point on it was just well out of reach for most people. I mean, I thought I heard it started out at like $900 a night per person, and you had to have like a 2-night minimum, and you had to have 2 people, or I don't know. But it was ridiculously overpriced to stay there and experience it. Well, that closed. I think it was only open like a year or 2, and is all it lasted. And now they're turning it into the offices, which I'm kind of surprised. Disney is lacking more value or even moderate level rooms. Now, it is a small resort as it stands now. There's only, I believe, 100 rooms is what I hear. I mean, it wouldn't take much for them to add a couple more buildings of just rooms and throw a pool in there, and voila, you got a new resort. You could theme all the rooms like they were themed, just take the Star Wars trademark stuff off and make it a space resort. But yeah, I'm just surprised they're not going in that direction, because they need more value resorts at Disney. Many of you know, if you tried booking a trip there, you had to go like during slower times of year because the value resorts were totally booked up. You couldn't get in there. Even the moderate resorts were booked up, and leaving only the higher end hotels available, which those are out of many people's price range. So a new value resort, they need another one, at Disney. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't go that route. So that's all I really got. Oh wait, I got one more thing of news here. I wanted to kind of throw this in for you Kings Island fans out there. Graeter's ice cream, or is it Greeters? Graeter's or Greeters? I never know if I'm pronouncing that right. In Cincinnati there, as you know, they are home of Skyline Chili also. Well, Graeter's and Skyline Chili, which is a location inside Kings Island, collaborated and put together a Skyline Chili ice cream. Yes. Now, apparently the ice cream doesn't taste like chili, but it has the spices that are in the Sky Island chili, which is a heavy cinnamon-based thing. So interesting collaboration. I'm curious if any of you Kings Island people out there, locals, have tried it. I'm curious how it is. I want to try it. And I'm up in Michigan, so I doubt we can get it up here, but it is a limited edition thing, so kind of fingers crossed they can kind of run it through the summer at least and offer it at Kings Island. We can try it. But I just wanted to throw that in there before we get to our last segment, show and tell. All right. So our show and tell here. I've got these Cedar Point calendars. They used to come out with these calendars every year that feature, 13-month calendar, and then they have different pictures, of all the coasters and stuff in the park, and in this case, live entertainment. But yeah, so we used to get sent one of these every year, and they stopped sending them out for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I brought 4 of them here. I got the 2014 through 2017. Again, I'll show you this one. This is the 2014 calendar. Yeah, pretty cool. I got a couple of these 2015s, but they're still in the sleeve. I didn't want to. I started to open it and then went against it. But yeah, there you go. That's the 2015 calendar featuring Rougarou. There. We got 2016 Valraven calendar. Pretty cool. And again, pictures of some of the rides on the back. And 2000. This is, I think, the last one I got from them. 2017 calendar. Yeah, it's got a lot of cool pictures on the back of the various rides and shows and stuff going on in the park. So, yeah, I've had these for quite a while. I forgot I had them in the storage room, but I'm glad I found them. I just want to kind of share them with you. That's what we got, our new segment called Show and Tell that we're going to do every episode. So if you'd like to share something with us, send me a Facebook Live Messenger is the best way to get a hold of me, or you can email us as well at amusementparkportal.com. I think that Yahoo we have, so you can check that out. And as always, we ask that you please hit that like and subscribe button on there. That helps us out a ton. I mean, that really helps the YouTube algorithm and kind of helps get our name out there a little more, get more subscribers, and encourages us to go see and do more and share it with you all. So, again, thank you for watching. I already mentioned, hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you next time.